Let's see how it works this time. Let's see if I can balance this. I'm trying to do this hands-free this time. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I need some water. A little overwhelming. A little overwhelming. Oh, we've got some folks in here. What's going on, guys? Oh, wow. I didn't even see people were talking in here. I'm over here talking to myself. What's up, RC Steven, Michael, Black Turtle Gaming, Los Angeles, RC Crawls. What's up? Happy Friday, dude. Happy Friday. Zach, Dirty Dre, SD Crawl, everybody. Crawl hard, everybody. What's up, man? Brandon, what's this say? Good time, just got home from electrical class. You ain't gonna learn nothing here, probably. I might need you to help me out. That's cool, man. That's cool. What's going on, everybody? Oh, all these are rolling in now. All right, so here, funny story. I actually just tried to do this a minute ago, and I went live for like 5 minutes, and I'm sitting here, and I'm like hanging out, just kind of like talking to myself, trying to figure out what I'm kind of, yeah, I'm kind of not feeling it right now. It's rough, man. Sometimes you just overdo it, you know. It's just, you get such a big project in front of yourself that it takes the wind out of your sails. It seems like too much, but it's not that much. I just need to get started on it, and it'll go a lot better. Hey, thank you, Gordo. I appreciate that, man. What's up, Redneck RC Fab? Much love from SoCal. Shout out to SoCal. Shout out to California in general. Love California. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Hey, Mikey, what's up? What's up, cuz? I didn't know you were in here. Yeah. All right, you guys. So, yeah, ESP for life. You guys know. Which, speaking of, hold on. Let me grab those real quick. Oh, my legs hurt. All right. So, we've got stickers, man. Stickers. That's the first thing I want to talk about before I forget. So, to anybody watching this, or that's watching this live, or that watches this after the fact, if you have ever ordered stickers for me at any point in time, and they did not show up, right? Internationally, if they didn't show up anywhere, it doesn't matter. If they did not show up, please write me, okay? Most people have, all right? I'm pretty sure most people have, and I've explained to most folks that I was going through trying to get some QC stuff handled here. I wanted to get the quality on point, so the last, I don't know, I'll grab those two actually. The last ones that I had printed did not come out correct, okay? So, been through a few batches now, and I had some, all right, so originally I had like, I don't even know, maybe like 30, right? I want to say 30 envelopes that went out without being sealed, and this is back in January, and they went out without being sealed, and they went all over the world, and a lot of them didn't show up, and I talked to the post office, and I found out that was because I didn't seal the envelopes properly, and a lot of them went into the sorting machine and got messed up. So, my fault, 100%, and so I just told everybody back in the day, this is like a while back, I told everybody, reach out to me. Most people did. Some people are still reaching out to me that didn't see the videos, so, Michael, you're one of them. I talked to you on Facebook, I think, yesterday. But so that's what happened. Not everybody saw it, and that's, because there's not a central location to get this information. So I've just been putting it on my social media, putting it here on YouTube, and hoping, whoa, I don't want to knock that off. Hoping that everybody sees it that ordered, okay? And I've been emailing people back. Some people didn't write me back. And there was also a couple of orders that didn't have complete addresses. So I've talked to a couple people about that as well. Long story short, the first batch that I ever made turned out to be a nightmare, but I think I've got the majority of it sorted out now. So I will be spending the weekend going through sending out all back orders. Anyone that has outstanding orders with me or whatever, and we've been in talks, those orders will be going out. Well, I'll be getting them all ready to go and sent out tomorrow, and most likely I don't think they'll actually be leaving the post office until Monday, the way the mail works. I don't know. But so expect them, we'll just say to be safe, they'll be going out by Monday, right? So, and then all new orders will be going out. I got to stop doing that. All new orders will be going out after that, All right, so following that Monday. So, and it's my fault, and I own that. So, yes, like I said a while back, I even had to refund one of the orders, which, in all things said and done, with how much of a headache that was and how, extremely, like, sloppy that was, to only have to refund one order was pretty nice. So I feel like you guys were pretty lenient on me, and I appreciate that. So I want to own my mistakes there. It's the manly thing to do. Just, own it when you're wrong. I messed up. I'm not very good at this stuff yet, but I'm getting better. So the last sheets that I had printed are these ones here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, but the color is off. You're probably not going to be able to tell too much, but here is the new ones, all right? And the best way to tell is to look at the ESP right here, the second one's down, versus these ones. And you can really see the color difference. I don't know if you can because it's like 720p. We're doing forward-facing camera on a phone here, but they're like green, right? And the red was like burgundy. It was just not right. The colors weren't right. Everything looked faded. They weren't as crisp. The small lettering, Extreme Scale Performance, was not as, like just precise. I don't know. I just was not feeling it. And so I had to call them up, and I took some in there, showed them some examples, and they've got it all worked out. So I went in today. I picked up the final print again, and it's back at it. So we're back to the quality stuff. These other ones I'm going to be using for like giveaways and things like that. I can't bring myself to charge people for those. I had some people on Facebook say that they'd pay for them anyways. I appreciate that. It means a lot, but I'm not going to do that. I can't send these out. I can't charge people for stickers that I'm not happy with myself. So, but I will use them for giveaways and things, and I am going to start doing contests. I talked about that earlier this year. I've got a bunch of stickers, some from Holmes Hobbies as well. So we do have some contests coming up. They're mainly going to be photo contests, maybe some video contests as well. I really want to start inspiring more people to get out and shoot with their cameras. I'm going to start going out and shooting more. So that's something I'm really going to focus on. The other thing I'm going to focus on is trying to wrap up this build because it's been a nightmare. It's been a nightmare for me. But I went through last night and I worked out some schematics that probably won't make sense to anyone that knows electronics because I'm sure real schematics actually make a lot more sense than this. But I went through on the back of one of my sticker sheets and drew out basically what I'm doing with my electronics here. And then I laid everything out and basically mimicked what I was thinking in my head and what I wrote down here. And I came out with something that's way cleaner than what I had originally. So, super stoked in there, man. I lost you guys for a second. It just went crazy. I think I got an email or something, and it just spazzed out. But, all right. So, anyways, that's what's going on. I want to show you guys here. I'm going to bring the camera over here. Sorry, it's shaky. I don't want to make you guys sick. But here's the mess, right? But basically, follow me here, okay? This is going to be kind of hard for some people maybe to follow, but what I'm doing is I'm breaking this into three. We're going to have a 6-volt system that is powered basically from the receiver. I might dial it up to 8.4 volts. It just depends on what all I have plugged into that receiver and how high the voltage limits are for everything. But most likely it'll just stay at 6 volts. Then we're going to have a 12-volt steady 12-volt system, right? So it'll be just constant 12-volt. And that's going to be ran from the BEC. You guys saw that in an earlier episode, probably an unboxing episode I did. This is the Castle Creations waterproof 2.0 BEC. This thing can hold a steady output of 12 volts. So I'm going to use this to create a 12-volt system that I can tap into for electronics, right? And then I'm going to have battery power, another system that's going to be battery power, which is mainly going to be 4S, which will run, most people know that 4S is 14.4 volts, but fully charged, it's actually closer to like 16.5 volts, right? So that's what I'm going to be running is battery power. 4S, I think, is perfect for this, the way I've tested it so far. And in doing so, I've also found a way to minimize a lot of my electronics by moving where I've put things. So I'm moving the Holmes Hobbies BR Mini, the dual BR Mini. This is actually 2 BR Minis in one package. I've moved those up here, right? And the reason I'm able to do that now is because of the ESP anti-spur. So for those of you that aren't familiar with it, this is the ESP anti-spur. It's my own like forward, motor mount design just is designed to go with a gear reduction unit and then the motor of your choice, and then it's just divorce set up to a modified axial transmission, right? That's how I do it. It works really well. It's got good angles like this, and it's inexpensive. So I'm not trying to promote this right now because it's not actually for sale yet. I'm still working on that. Big shout out to Scale by Chris because he 3D printed this for me. He helped me with the design and just helped me make it a reality. So very excited on that. Originally, I had this in here. This was like a prototype sort of thing I made using just parts I had laying around. I've made a few of these now. And yeah, it just worked really well. So that's something I got going on. Let me put this back up here. Boom. Because I haven't been able to see any comments for a minute now. So I want to look at some of these. But that's something I've got going on. I've got 3 different systems. All the lights are going to... The reason I have those 3 different systems is basically because some lights can run off 12 volts. Some lights can only run off of 6 volts or a little bit higher than that. And, the servo is going to be running off 12 volts. Some other stuff can run off volts. And then the truck itself is going to run off of, 4S. So that's the reasoning behind that. And I just want to be clear on that. I didn't know I could zoom in. Wow. Just want to be clear on that. Send some to your Oregon boys. Stickers for everyone. Man, I've been missing some of these. Those misprint stickers are going to become more sought after than the good ones. I've had a couple of people mention that, actually. Which is something I never thought of. Rat Boy RC, what's going on, man? David Arnold, he says, I need advice on dual motor ESC already. So, dual motor ESC, it just depends. The main thing is, why would you need dual motors? That's the main thing I would ask is... It's kind of unnecessary. I'm not hating. I don't want to hate because I know there's a lot of folks watching this that probably have dual motor setups, and I know they're cool. But if you are trying to get a interior into your build and stuff like that, having the dual motors is going to make it that much harder. Plus, you can get so much torque and power out of just a single motor nowadays. I could not imagine why you would need to put 2 on there. It's an expensive way to just up it a little bit, but my advice would be first advice would be just don't do a dual motor setup unless you're really intent on doing it, and it's just like something you just want to do for fun. And if you're going to do it, don't, expect it to be too much crazier than just running a single motor, because in my experience, it's not that much more powerful, right? Yes, you do have 2 motors there, so you're technically doubling up the torque. But in real life usage, I don't know if you'll see that much more out of it other than a lot of weight in the center there. So if you are hell-bent on doing it, though, I would say to make sure that you get your mesh really, really well. Just take your time, get your mesh right, get everything balanced right, make sure your motors are identical, make sure they're serviced properly, and that they're actually spinning the same RPM no matter what. Because if one wears out more than the other, you will actually lose RPM out of that, and one will wind up not only pushing the truck but also pushing the other motor as well. So it can wind up being counterproductive. What else would I recommend with that? That's really it. As far as ESCs go, I run the BR Mini for all my dual ESC needs. But the thing is, it's not meant for really, really heavy applications, in my opinion. Some people do use it in heavy stuff, but I think it's better served in lightweight stuff or, performance-based rigs that aren't going to run for long, extended periods of time because they don't have a cooling system at all. So there's no cooling fins or anything. But that's my thoughts on that. I don't want to get hung up on the dual motors. Brennan, what's up, man? Dude, Brennan Savage is one of my favorite guys right now, actually. He's like a hardcore supporter. Plus, he's in Patreon. And so is Snowmod RC, man. So shout out to all my patrons that are actually in here right now. Our patrons been starting to pick up a little bit, man. I'm getting a little bit better about posting in there all the time. So Isaac, I will keep you posted for sure. And also, Isaac, if you want to swoop through and get your stickers in person, man, you can. You know the spot. You're more than welcome to. And if not, then I'll ship them to you OG style. But you'll get them faster if you come through. And let's see. Also running dual 5,000 milliamp batteries, so you're going for a heavy setup. Some people will make fun of you for doing that, but in all reality, I'm known for running big packs myself. Here's a single 10,000 milliamp pack right here from Venom that I used to run a lot back in the day. I like heavyweight trucks, but that's something I wanted to talk about a lot with this live stream is weight and performance and wiring and all that stuff and how it all goes together. Because, for instance, and I want to give a shout out to 2 channels that have been doing really good right now. ESP for life. Thank you so much. Early RC guy, what's up, man? Western Australia is in the building. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. All right, so Super Dave wants to know where you can buy stickers. Stickers. Sorry, I never did say where you guys can buy them. PayPal. You can send $10. If you're in the U.S., it's free shipping. If you are out of the U.S. and you want to pick some up, it's $2 for shipping. But PayPal is DOGCRICK@gmail.com. Please do not forget to include your name and your shipping address. I had so many people order and not include their shipping addresses. And so it was like an order there with no name and no address, and I had to track them back through their emails, and ooh, man, that was a pain. So please do that. Canada, yeah, same thing, just $2 for shipping. You know, I know it's not going to be, some people it might make sense, some people it won't, some people I'll take the hit on it. It doesn't matter. Some people might pay extra. I figured $2 is like a good, well-rounded number for shipping, and then in the end, it'll balance out for me. It's just stickers, so... anyways, what I was saying about, what was I saying about the weight? We were just talking about that. I got sidetracked on the stickers. So with weight, and using big batteries and things of that nature, it's okay. My thing is, I was going to give a shout out to two channels. That's what I was going to do. And, these guys, they don't really need a shout out. They're doing pretty good for themselves anyways. But I'm going to give them a shout out anyways. Maybe some of you guys will check them out and find them if you haven't seen them already. Yeah, Zach Attack. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate that, man. And that's Scale Builders Guild, for one, which I am on Scale Builders Guild forum, but I'm not active on there. I haven't been active on a forum in a long time, so I'll admit that. But Matt is actually a really nice guy, and I've hung out with him a few times at Axial Fest, and he's a good dude, man. He does a lot for the community, and he's a phenomenal scale builder. You guys will really learn a lot from watching his channel. So shout out to Scale Builders Guild. And there's reasons why I'm mentioning these guys. And then also shout out to Harley. If you guys aren't familiar with Harley, I forget the exact name of his channel, but I just know Harley Customs or something like that. But Harley, everybody knows Harley. He works at Vanquish. Before that, everybody knows him from RCC. And if you are not familiar with this, check out his recent live stream with Adam Van Ord. Michael, thank you, man. Shout out to Michael. So his recent live stream with Harley Designs, there we go. Thank you guys for correcting me on that. He did a live stream recently with Adam Van Ord, and shout out to Adam. I'll be on there here later in April. So great live stream, really good live stream, and it's nice to see people that, I've been familiar with for so long coming out and telling their stories. I think Adam came up with a really, really great idea with his live stream. It's called Live at 9:45 with Adam Van Ord. It's on Facebook. Look him up. Let him know I sent you. You guys just give him some love. Adam's a great guy. He's been on Scale Wars actually before too. So he's also a scale builder himself. But these guys cover two things that are very important to me, and that is scale realism and also performance, and I was going to say scale performance, but not really scale performance, just performance. Not many people can build, performance-wise at the level that Harley can. He can build things that, that are amazing to some of us that are just kind of like meh to him. So he's really good at that, and I'm not trying to, kiss his backside or nothing. It's just I give credit where it's due. And, he's done a lot for the community. A lot of people look up to him, and he's helped a lot of people out with the fabrication side of things. Not building stuff for people he has, but, he's put a lot of free files out there on, like, Thingiverse and things like that, and, CAD files and stuff. And it's just, I appreciate that type of stuff. I appreciate that in the community. But his main focus is performance. And that's mainly why I'm talking about him. He knows how to build for performance, shock tuning, like weight balance, how to get a good LCG, things of that nature. I personally have looked up a lot of his threads to learn how to build properly when I was getting into it. So I give him credit for that. And then the other reason why we were talking about this is because of Matt's scale realism. Not many people can build a realistic vehicle from styrene, scratch built like Matt can. He is phenomenal. So I look to his builds and I go through his forum frequently when I want to be inspired for scale realism. And my channel personally, I started my channel, I think possibly before both of them. But the point is, I'm still inspired by both of them. And my channel kind of encompasses a little bit of both of them. I am extreme scale performance because I like the scale and I like performance and I like the extreme end of both. And I like to take that and mash it all together. And I think that you guys, my audience, if you're not already subscribed to their channels, you should definitely go subscribe to them. You don't have to tell them, I sent you or anything. I'm not trying to get them to give me kudos or anything. But I really want people to pick up on the fact that you can encompass both performance and scale realism. And if you take both into accountability before you even start your build, you just keep it in the back of your head that no matter what you do performance-wise on this or realism-wise on this, you're going to have to make up for that in performance. Otherwise, you're going to lose out on your experience. And the experience is very important. And I talked about this, I think, in the last live stream. RC is not about the toys. It's not about the truck. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about the experience. It doesn't matter what version of it you're into, whether it's the scale side of it or the bashing side of it or the performance side of it. The experience is what matters. And if you do things subpar, you're going to have a subpar experience. So that's where having good quality components comes into play. That's where taking the time to plan out your builds and making sure that you figure out how to properly tune and things like that. That all comes into play, They have a great series going. Their budget build series is actually a really good series. I actually told them both, if you guys want to spam them on something, you can spam them on that. I told them both they should submit those to Scale Wars when they're done, and everyone can go over them and judge them together. I think it'd be fun. But anyways, the point is, what I would recommend, and this is to anybody watching this that loves their channels, loves my channel, or anyone else's channels, they're just into the scale performance stuff. Build for scale first. And that's not because I think scale is more important, but build your vehicle to look realistic first. But always, when you're planning it out, keep in mind that performance is going to have to be made up, right? So the more realistic it looks, chances are the heavier it's going to be. The chances are the more the more sprung weight you're going to have, which is going to make it more top heavy. You're going to lose performance. You're going to have to offset that weight, and you're going to have to do it in a realistic way. And performance matters, So if you make it realistic, make it as realistic as you are happy with, right? Whatever level of realism you want to achieve, get there, and then you're halfway done, in my mind. Building a model is half of it. Making it perform is the second half, and that's where Harley's side of it comes in. Taking that scale model and making it perform is, to me, that's a feat. That's an incredible feat, and it's something you don't see a lot of. So that's basically why I wanted to talk about both their channels, is because I'm inspired by both of them. I think that both, when I'm building a vehicle, I think that taking what they do into accountability is, or into account while I'm building is, it's important. It reminds me never to just build a shelf queen and let it sit there because it looks pretty. Make it perform, right? If you don't want it to get scratched, well, then add protection to it, in the areas that you need it. And if that adds weight, well, then get weight down low, and offset it and make it perform. And so that's where I was going with that. I feel like there's something else I wanted to touch on, too. I can't remember what it is. There's something. It'll come back to me. Let me read some comments. Let's back some of these up. Holy cow, man. You guys were writing. Shout out to Adam Van Ord. Yes, sir. All right, so right around here, I think. So hard to balance both aspects. Dustin here says, yes, it is. It's very hard to balance, but it's a challenge, and that's why I say it's a feat. And I give so much respect to people that get that down. Um, I love fab work, electronics I don't understand. Look forward to my first axial custom build. Styrene, yes. Yes, yes. David Arnold, I dig it. It's fab work is awesome. Electronics sucks, but if you do it, man, the extra amount of life that it adds, and taking the time to hide the wires properly, to route the wires properly, custom lengthen the wires, shorten the wires, get them to where they need to be, to where when you can take that vehicle and look at it from top, bottom, inside, whatever, any angle, and it looks like a real vehicle, not like an RC. Man, you've accomplished something. And then you can set that down on the ground and drive it. And not only does it look like the real thing performing, whether it's a rock buggy or a Jeep or a Toyota or a race buggy or whatever, a trophy truck, if it performs on top of looking realistic, you just hit it out the park, man. That's the ultimate in my mind. So, wow, Rich. It says they have a good budget build going on. Yes, they do. Love the build series. Yeah. Scout Wars. Do the show and then the go. Absolutely. Totally agree. Says model car you can play with. Where have I been for all these years? Yeah, well, that's basically what they are, David. Is if you think about it, scale trucks are basically like model cars. This is, to me, it's a model, right? That's my goal, is to build this as a model, right? And I want every part of it, every aspect of it to be realistic. Looking at it right now, I can tell you the first thing that's driving me absolutely nuts, no inner fenders on this one, right? I built this pre-inner fender. I didn't have any inner fenders when I built it, and I didn't even think of it. Now, it drives me nuts, so I want to put inner fenders on this, right? Every little aspect matters, and I think that, once you build something, to say that it's done is to say that you built the ultimate scale truck. I don't think that anyone's ever done. I think that, I don't think any build will ever be done. Maybe it'll, get stopped, like people might stop working on it, but I don't think it'll ever be done. What would I recommend for the best crawling tires? No such thing as best crawling tires, Jared, and not to downplay your question, it's a great question, but the reason why there is no such thing as the best crawling tires is because it's all relative to the build, and every build's going to be different. Every build's going to have different weight balance and different driving style and everything behind it. So the best tires are the ones that you have that you use. The best ones are the ones that work best for you. So look at the terrain around you is something I recommend. If you have, terrain with a lot of grip, then maybe get a tire that's not quite as grippy, because having a little bit of wheel spin on the rock is actually a good thing sometimes. A lot of people think that having no wheel slip at all is better, but that can also result in a lot of broken parts if your rig's not built correctly, or if it's still fairly stock. If it's overpowered, things of that nature. It can also affect, if you're into comping and things like that. A lot of times we need to wiggle wheels around and get things to slide in certain ways. So it's all about picking the tire that works for you, for your situation, That's really what I would say. Happy wires equals happy car. Yes, sir, that is true. Your IFS plan sounds sick. Tank 7063. I would like to know about that. Anti-spur gear. I need it. I'm working on it. Oh, snap. We got a super chat. Cole666. Sorry I missed that, man. $20, man. Thank you so much. He says, love your work, mate. Oh, man. Thank you very much. I love the super chat thing, man. If you guys want to get my attention, super chat works. That's for sure. It's unreal. I got to keep going, man. I'll get hung up on the super chat stuff. It still blows my mind, dude, because that one that we did went crazy, and I had forgotten about super chat, and then they just started rolling in, and I literally had to shut the stream off, man. Shout out to the Blue Dream. Yes. Shout out to you for remembering the name. I appreciate that. That is awesome. Oh, yeah, going scalar route with it. Haven't decided what body I want to run on it yet. Oh, that's to Isaac from Tank. I'm going to have to check out your build, Tank. Put your Instagram in there if you wouldn't mind. Let's see. SCX102 IFS is the next vehicle from Axial. Oh, that's a question. Yeah, that would be really cool if they did. I would love it if Axial did a narrow width IFS setup. So basically, AR44 width IFS would be, oh man, that would be great with high clearance setup. Adjustable shock mounting positions so you can change it everywhere. Adjustable dampening, caster, everything. So it just basically the full thing, just like real life. So you can move it all over the place, but not your old school typical ball rod. And I'm talking like really nice setup. That would be like a scale IFS setup. I think that would be great with hardened steel gears in the differential that's open diff with locking options. So, kind of like how Traxxas did the locking differential, but if they did locking differential in an IFS, so the rear is always locked and the front you could lock and unlock, that would be dope. That's my personal opinion. I think that would be sick. I could build so many trucks out of something like that. Let's see. How did you bend those rock sliders up on that JK? I just used my torch. I have it's not sitting here. I have a propane torch. So I just take it and I heat it up back and forth. I took the body off and everything, and I heat it up and just bent it up to where I thought they needed to be. And once they were there, I put the body on, fitted it. Wasn't quite there, pulled it off, bent it a little more. The reason I took the body off is because I didn't want to melt the body or anything underneath there, so the torch gets pretty hot. Just bought some stickers, no Axial yet, but still repping. It's all good, Cody. I appreciate the support, brother. Hey, we got Priff in the bill. What's up, Kenneth? And good looking on the Holmes Hobbies motor and ESC. Just need to install it and hit the trails. That's what I'm talking about, man. I can't wait to come down there, you guys. And that's something I give you guys an update on. Shout out to Kenneth here, Team 0017th Racing. You guys check them out. If you're not familiar, they're out in New Orleans, and I'm going to be going down there. I mentioned this last year in a video that I was talking to these guys about this and possibly doing an event with them. We're planning on doing something in April possibly, so we'll see what happens. It's looking good so far. The main thing is I just want to get down there, and if I do, I'm taking the camera, so I'll be taking you guys on the journey with me. Might even do some live streaming from New Orleans if I get the chance. That would be awesome. Let's see, hell yeah, I wanted to do a 2011 GMC body. Exactly, with IFS, that would be sick. What axles do you like for SCX 10.2? Well, I was building some custom ones using the Boom Racing, fat axles, but I don't like promoting them anymore, especially after what just happened. So I will now be calling these Extra Speed because you can get them from Extra Speed as well. And I wanted to modify them because they're so heavy. And then I wanted to do another build on some Vanquish styled axles and build those up. And then I wanted to build up a set of beef tube styled ones, right? So because it's the three different styles you see. And I want to see which ones are more durable, which ones perform better over rock. And that's something I kind of planned on doing behind the scenes. I'm not sure if I'll actually get the chance to. I have a set of Vanquish Products axles as well that are ready to, they're already built, but they're not finished. I need to shim them and, all that stuff, get them to where they're meshed right. But they're under the ZJ build, which is still a long ways out. So, and I don't have any factory ones with beef tube setups in them. So, but I do have factory axles, so I may be doing that here sometime this year. Pixel Pusher, what's up, man? Sorry, bro, been absent for a while. Haven't watched you since 2017. Got some catching up to do. Again, my apologies. Love your vids. Oh, you ain't got to apologize, man. I'm just glad you came back around, dude. That's awesome. I appreciate that. It's always nice to have people. We take breaks every once in a while, I mean, I'm sure I get tiring to watch after a while. Some people probably get sick of me. That's all right. But, yeah, you came back around, man, and apologizing and everything. You didn't have to do all that. Yeah, I appreciate you just coming back and just saying hi, man. Welcome back. Welcome back. Tom Daniels, School Bus 120. Oh, man, you guys are having your own conversations. I'm not even. That is awesome. Torch gets pretty hot. Yeah, it gets real hot. New sub, Evil GST. Welcome, man. Welcome. Got a honcho coming in Monday. Awesome, man. People are fighting over those honchos right now. I guess they're hard to find. That is awesome. April 7th, New Orleans, April 7th. Yes, 124 days till Axial Fest. Can't wait to see the Crawler Fan, man. Dude, I cannot wait to get to Axial Fest. And Jeep Life, can't wait to see the ZJ. I'm not boom racing anymore. Alex, in case you missed it, I stepped away from. It wasn't boom racing. I was actually sponsored by ATTIBUTION, who owns boom racing as well. But I stepped away. I stepped away from them entirely. I do not agree with their new plan, and it's created all kinds of controversy and whatever. But at the end of the day, it wasn't just that. They've been doing a lot of things over the years that have been stacking up. I've been voicing my concerns since the day I signed on with them and was assured that things would go a certain way. They didn't go that way, and I finally just had enough. I stepped away and won't be promoting them anymore. So I will talk about them as little as possible. Little as possible. If you want to check out a good company, check out AMain, check out CKRC, check out TGN Distributing. Those companies, I rock with them. They've been with me for a long time now. And yeah, you can find pretty much anything you need there. But just, I try to keep transparent on that type of stuff so you guys know. Let's see. Good idea. Several check. Thanks, brother. You rock, man. Hey, no worries. No worries. No worries. Lochi Taylor, love your videos, man. Keep it up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So it's, oh man, I think we're caught up on all those. Amen. Yes. Basically, I got a long night ahead of me. I've got to do Skull Wars for next week, or for patrons. I don't know if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow, but I usually pre-record it like the day before. I try to anyway, so patrons will get their early episode of Scale Wars. If you guys want those early episodes, go over to my Patreon account. Links usually in the description, or you can just go patreon.com/ESP, I think is how you get there. And then, what else, man? I'm trying to think what else. I feel like there's something I'm forgetting. Oh, we're going to have a fire here pretty soon, actually. I've got some lipos that I need to dispose of. So we're going to have a lipo fire, I think, in the backyard here pretty soon. I want to start having some more fun around here. I haven't been having enough fun. I've been cooped up in this house. This winter's been frustrating, and I don't like being inside all the time. I miss the warm weather. So we're going to be going and having some fun, doing some things. I don't know what just yet. We're going to do some crazy stuff here pretty soon. Just because. I don't know. I need to vent a little bit, man. We'll have a little bonfire or something in the backyard, or, maybe we'll go out and jump some trucks or something. I don't know. Do some bashing. I just need to do some things, man. What do you think of the Energy GRU? I came across it the other day. Not sure if the size is right, but it looks interesting. I'll have to take a look at it, Snowmod. I don't know. Most people hate on Energy, but, it just depends on... Each product's different. Maybe they pulled it off, maybe it'll be okay. I'll test anything dang near as long as I have a use for it. So I might get one, put it to the test, because I am in need of gear reduction units, and if it holds up to some abuse, then maybe we'll recommend it to folks. If it doesn't, then we'll junk it and move on to some other things. I'm in talks with AMain right now about bringing in some products strictly for you guys. So there's certain things that I use that you guys seem to want a lot, and I want to talk to AMain about making sure those are stocked up. They said go for it, send them a list, they'll push it through and make it happen, hopefully. So, super stoked. I want to I want to step things up, man. Not just my builds, but, the videos, everything. I want to step things up a little bit, and I think a big part of doing that is, I don't know, it's going to be kind of like focusing a little bit more. I think I've been sporadic. I've been all over the place trying to find my lane, my vibe. Coming out with all these different series and things was really hard. Trying to make sure that they were, actually going to be viable. That was pretty hard, and I think we found a spot. If I get this next series going with AMain, then I'm going to cut it for a while. I'm not starting anything else up. That will be what this channel is for the next foreseeable future, and we'll carve our lane nice and deep, man, and make sure that we're doing good, and the quality will be the main focus point. I will be trying to up the entertainment value, not just goofy stuff. I don't want to do stupid, cheesy stuff, but just the energy level. I want to bring it up a lot. Sometimes I go back and watch my videos, and I'll notice every once in a while my energy levels will be a little bit lower than I'd like, so that's something I want to focus on. I notice sometimes I'll say I'm going to do things, and then I will not complete those things. We'll start some things in some videos, and then we won't follow through and complete those. So that's something I want to really work on this year, is getting better at completing stuff. Not just starting a bunch of things and then having so many things in front of me that I'm spread thin and I don't know what to do from day to day. Should I work on this or should I work on that? Should I edit this? I want to have everything set down on a schedule so you guys know what to expect from me. And I've been working towards it, but I feel I can do 10 times better. So, and now for some reason that I'm a dad, I feel like these things are really weighing on me. Like I've been focused more on my health. I've been focused more on my schedule, trying to wake up earlier, trying to work out. I started working out again. I weighed myself on Monday. I weigh 220 something pounds. I am a big boy now. Last year at this time, I think I weighed like 180 or something like that. So boom, man, I blew right up. So I started working out again, and health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to get my health in check, and I've been missing a bunch of these comments. Sorry, guys. Let me read some of these. What's this? Invite. What up? Love your videos, and I try to watch them when you post them. Thank you, Clay Van Winkle. I appreciate that, man. Black Diamond RC Ranch. Trail meet. Yeah, I'm going to be getting some in here soon. Actually, the local ESP thing is going to start happening, and I don't know how many people are going to be interested in that. It's not to piss people off, but it's going to be very few people in it, just based on the fact that very few people are going to probably meet the standard that I want it to be at. I want to have an influential group, and then I also want to help blow up the local scene as well. So we'll do, obviously local get-togethers and meets and all that where anybody can come with any RC. But then I also want to have a specific elite group of builders locally and around the world that build to a certain standard, and I'm working on setting that standard, but I can't do it until I have a build that I feel is there myself, and that's what I'm working on. So once that's done, then I'll try to get that all into play. But other than that, yes, I am down to do some local trail meets, especially once the sun starts coming out. How about Battle of the Beards? I think I can give you a run for your money. Yeah, I'm always down for a beard battle. I love A-Main. They have such great service. Keep up the good work, brother. Thank you, and I agree. Me and the kid playing an RC camp out weekend, trail hiking, RC trucks. Love springtime. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. I can't agree more. I've only done business with A-Main a couple of times, but always had good luck with them. That's good to hear. Trying to get Spitter to come to Axial Fest 2018. Hey, let me know if you need help convincing him. You already know that I can help. I'll give him some behind the scenes looks at the Axial Fest movie when it's done before it's released to everybody. In fact, maybe we can work together on that. We can come up with a plan for 2018 movie. Woo! I have to spit, man. I'm like clogged up over here. Talking this much is rough. I feel like I'm going to lose my voice. What hardware above your rear axle cover? Above my rear axle cover? What are you talking about here? On this? Or what? I don't know. I have to know what you're talking about there. Can't wait for Scale Wars. Yeah, buddy. Being a dad changes a lot. I am a father too. You're correct, Nathan. It does change. It changes things in ways you don't expect, and that's for sure. You can't really put it in words. People tried to explain it to me, and I just didn't get it. And now I definitely get it. Sign me up if I make the cut. Hey, I'll let you know, man. All locals will be first up. Locals and patrons will be first to know about the ESP Elite group when I get that going. It's been something I've been planning for years, and hopefully I'll have a lot of local support, but, we'll see. We'll see what happens. What was this big one here? Dad life among working, especially at home, is interesting. LOL, that's for sure. Trying to find balance in life is just a fantasy these days. Yeah, I think it is fantasy. Oh, man. See you at Axial Fest, Michael. You already know, man. Oh, the build behind me he's talking about. Oh, this is basically it's SCX10 chassis, and then I just have some chopped up parts from a Trail Stomper. Or like the Trail Finder 1 type thing. That chassis, I just chopped off the mounting points for the leaf springs and bolted them up to this, and they're makeshift until I actually come up with something better, or until I replace them with something like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. For now, though, I might just make them look pretty. We'll see. I might just grind everything down and paint everything up and get it all bolted up right and see how it works. Because suspension-wise, as far as geometry, it works really well. And then I use the bottom links on here is kind of like, what do they call those? You know, on tow rigs. Trailing arms, not trailing arms. I'm having a brain fart. But yeah, you know, anti-wrap basically is to keep the axle from wrapping like that because it's going to be really heavy and I plan on towing a lot of weight and stuff like that. So, Isaac, you're a beast. Buy you a beer or whatever. Awesome, man. We'll have to get one together one of these days. If you're still in the same spot, you can come over towards my place and we'll do like, we'll meet up, dude. We definitely need to get together. It's been a while since we talked RC anyways. Anti-wrap bars. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Tank. Thank you. I got them brain farts, man. I'm getting old. Traction bars. That's the word I was looking for was traction bars. That's what I always called them. But, you know, I have them attached to the lower links instead of the upper links. I did upper links at first, but it still wanted to wrap on me a little bit. So I went to the lower links, and it works really nice, honestly. So I kind of wish I could get away without having them there, which I could if I drove it gently. But I think that with the weight that I'm going to have on this, I'd probably just destroy these springs in no time without them. So it was to say, thanks, Josh, for the support. Keep up the good work, sir. Peace and chicken grease. I'm out. Yay. Have a good one, David. Appreciate you coming through, brother. Yeah, what's up, Axial Crawler? About how long are those springs on the Leafs setup? They're the RC four-wheel drive Leafs, I think. The soft ones. Or they might be... Yeah, I think they're RC four-wheel drive ones. I did a video on it a long time ago. It's been a while since I put them on there. But you can get leaf springs from pretty much anywhere. And the majority of them are the same length. There's like 2 different lengths you can get. I think it's the RC four-wheel drive length and then the Tamiya length. So these are like the RC four-wheel drive length ones. And the red ones usually mean the softer setup, but I have the full pack on there. Yeah, hit me up, Isaac. Hit me up, bro. Watching Scale Wars on the PC and this on my phone. You're a beast, man. My Duramax needs them, so it's a must with power. Yeah, see, definitely. About how long... Oh, I already saw that one. I already saw that. All right, we're caught up on this. All right, so anyways, guys... I think that'll probably do it. I don't know what else we should talk about in here right now. I just want to pop in. I feel like Fridays are the days to do the live streams for us. I don't know. I try to do them on Fridays. Not every Friday, but, you know, as much as possible. So anyways, definitely go pick up your stickers. You guys definitely go pick up your stickers. If you forget how to get them or, you know, whatever, you can watch this back or go to my Facebook or go to my Instagram. I put up posts so people can figure out how to get them easily. Just don't forget to put your name and your address. Other than that, yeah. Watch Patreon. Be doing some giveaways on Patreon for sure. Might do some giveaways on Facebook and Instagram too. We'll see what happens. I got so many stickers and extra things I want to give away. We're definitely going to do some giveaways here pretty soon. Oh, yeah, before we go, hold on. Everybody shout out where you're from. We forgot to do that this time. Where's everybody repping? Shout out your spot, man. What states or, you know, countries or whatever, man, your towns. Shout out where you're from. We'll do that, and then we'll get out of here. I'll give everybody a minute. Shout out your stuff. All this gets played back in the actual video now, too, so rep where you're from. Everybody rep where you're from. That's awesome. We got Australia, Beaufort, South Carolina, Colorado, Ohio, Mammoth Lakes, California, Ohio, 330, Ohio, yeah. California, we got also, who else in here? Minnesota, did I say that already? Norway's in here. Man, Indiana, Beawabeek, Minnesota. Did I say that right? Beawabeek, Minnesota. I've never even heard of that place. Perth, Western Australia. Connecticut's in the building. North Carolina's in the building. Mass in the building. All right, man. That's what I'm talking about. Canada says hi, bro. What's up, Canada? Love all my Canadians, man. I want to go to Canada sometime. I don't know if they're going to let me cross the border. Prince George, BC. OJ Team Axel Hangouts. Kansas City, Kansas. West Virginia. NOGA. Tucson, Arizona. Sebastopol, California. Utah, Arkansas. That being said, Sutherland, Oregon. Black Diamond, that's my dog. Montana. I'm from outer East Melbourne, Australia. Man, we got a lot of Australians come through here, man. I need to go to Australia too. I get a lot of love from Australia. I used to do tours when I was in Hawaii, and the Australians that would come, they'd come in groups. So every time Australians come, we get like a group of like at least 5 or 6 of them. Oh, dude, best personalities, man. The guys always, the whole day, they just be cracking jokes and just telling stories. Love Australians, man. Kendallville, Indiana, Pennsylvania, Northern Nevada. Oh, that's Ghost Rider. Yo, what's up, brother? North Carolina, Oregon, Cali, man, you guys are crazy. Montana's Tahoe, you guys see Crystal Mitch, Wob Eek. Okay. I got you. I'm gonna have to look that up. Yeah, buddy. Peeled off all my AT stickers, bro. Support. You're a beast. I peeled all mine off too. I'm working on it actually. I still need to do some more, but that's what I'm saying. I put up, but that just goes to show how much I was promoting, man. I had AT stickers on everything. Oh, Stanford. Shout out Tennessee. Kentucky. I'll go with you. That's what I'm talking about. You're dope. All right, you guys. I'll get out of here. You're killing me with all this. Love you guys, man. Love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you coming through, hanging out with me on the workbench today. Hopefully we answer some questions, and yeah. We'll do this again next week. And if you want these private live streams, check out Patreon. I know I've been plugging my Patreon a lot, but that's because it's kind of dope, and I'm trying to push it right now. I want it to blow up. So Patreon, I'm trying to make that like our own little private area. I'm also working on my website. Going to be offering like lots of stuff, lots of benefits for the patron members. So anyways, I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to stop plugging my stuff, man. You guys have a good day. Love you all. Thank you very much for coming through. Peace, chicken grease, fam. Yeah.